Okay, thought I'd do a quick little demo of a couple of good things about the Canon S100. If you install this CHDK mod software on there, it's actually quite, well, there's a couple of useful things on there. I probably don't actually know them all, but if you press the play button, you get obviously a load of different options. Amongst these is the top one. You can load a script from the file, and you get a load of scripts which are there by default in the package that I downloaded. The one that I've been using, which is quite handy, is Interval. It does what it says on the tin basically. It just, once you set it up, you put your settings in, click the shutter button, and it'll just keep on taking photos at an interval which you choose down the bottom here. So I've got it on 2 seconds, so you can just plant the camera somewhere handy and just leave it taking photos. And out of a bunch of them, you're probably going to get a usable one. It's quite useful for people who don't like having their photo taken. You can, like my nephew, you can just plant the camera and leave it taking photos, and it might pick up a good one of him. Obviously, there's another one which is HDR, which will, when I press the button, bear with me. Well, basically, obviously, the HDR takes an underexposed, normally exposed and an overexposed one. So you have to press play first and then click it, and it should do 3 now. Under, middle, and overexposed, hopefully. Yeah, I mean, you can see it does normal, bright, dark. At the moment, the settings are actually wrong anyway. It's underexposed. The other good thing about this CHDK software is you get a live histogram. So when you're after pressing the button, you can see there's you get a live histogram there. So I can see this is underexposed, and obviously knock up the exposure time. And on the right there, I can see whether it's got it about right. So say I knocked on this interval timer. Obviously, with the interval timer, you can set it going and then have the camera resting or on a tripod, and then you're not going to get any camera shake either. So yeah, I've got this interval thing loaded. Settings look just about right. If I press play, so I can see this alt, and then I can see interval-o-meter at the bottom, and just let it, and it'll do one every 2 seconds until you press shutter again, and it'll interrupt the process. So yeah, it's pretty handy. Some good features. There's other scripts, like there's one that'll a motion detect one, which will apparently is quick enough to pick up lightning. It sounds like bullshit to me, but I mean, it's all free. It doesn't fuck up the camera, so I think it's worth a go. You can even do stupid stuff like play games on there. Miscellaneous settings, games, obligatory snake game and shit like that. Obviously, you can model these colours of the menus and stuff like that, but it's no big deal. And you could probably write your own scripts as well. So it's just worth looking into, and it's pretty easy to install.